Hello, fellow ODs. Dr. Sarah Sheets here. Are you ready to DO this? To do some improvement on your Facebook page for your business? I wanted to put together a little training to show you a quick way to garner more page likes, which in and of itself probably won't make much of an impact on your schedule right away. But as current patients and prospective patients start checking out your Facebook page, which they will and do before they choose your practice, it gives you more social authority. It gives you them more social proof. It makes you look more established and authoritative. So it's important to, show that you've got more than 11. So there's fortunately a pretty quick and simple way to kind of give yourself a little boost. It's still white hat, so it's totally legitimate to use this method to grow your page likes and followers and give you a little more oomph pretty quickly. So you will need a Facebook ads account. You'll need to set that up through Business Manager if you don't have one already. You will also want to have something called Canva, which there is a free account, and that's basically an online way to create images. And I recommend either using an image that you have, like a photograph you've taken yourself that you can put a quote over, or you can go to something called Pixabay. And once you sign up for an account through Pixabay, you can use stock images, and they're a lot for free. And then the next step is to find a quote. And this is something that can be pretty generic. So just some sort of generic quote that resonates with you and the message you want to be sharing with your prospective patients or audience. And then you're going to mash those two together. So here's an example of what I have created through Canva. So through Pixabay, I found this image. I found a quote I like. It says, if you create a vision for your life, doors will open. I put it on here. You can always play around with the fonts. I added a background here so that it would pop a little bit better. Anyway, really simple. So find an inspirational looking image, find a quote that you like that's pretty generic that you think people would also like. That's all there is to it. Once you've got that put together, you want to save it and then go over to your ads manager. Now, the account that I'm using is my demo account, which is Sarah Sheets OD. So I'm using this as a business Facebook page in place of what you would use as your practice. And I've got this tied to my ads manager. And when you go into Ad Manager, you can choose a campaign. What you want to choose is engagement. Once you select engagement, it's going to ask you a few more questions. You want just engagement with the post, page likes, or event responses. So if you're having a grand opening or a trunk show or different things, you would want to use event responses. If you're trying to start some conversations, you would use post engagement. But again, today we're just looking to get a little more social proof on our page. So we're going to select page likes. I'll call this we'll put up page. And we're going to name the ad set same thing. We're just going to keep this consistent. You would select the page, and as far as the audience, it doesn't really matter. You can really leave it wide open. If you wanted to, you could change the targeting to your sort of ideal patient, whether you're in pediatrics, geriatrics, dry eye, glaucoma, more medical, what have you. But we're not really going to use these as our patients. This isn't a way to get more scheduling. Again, it's just getting that social proof. So if you want really the cheapest, fastest way, you're wide open. Whoever wants to engage can engage. Now, previously, I've always edited placements, but the new recommendations, again, for budget optimization are to stick with automatic. So we're just going to stick with that, and it keeps it simple. Again, some common wisdom is to keep your ad set continuously going. However, if you're like me, you're busy, you may not want to be thinking about, do I still have ads running? I personally like setting an end date. So it's going to want you to go, but this doesn't even, it just stays. So we can even just give it, we'll just give it through the weekend. Daily budget, even $5. Let's see how many likes we can get for $15. And now it's taking us to the next step. And you would choose your page. Because things are slow right now, I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm going to choose my image. Why it's being slow right now. All right, we're back now. So we've got the correct page linked now, which is Sarah Sheets OD. We're using a single image. I've uploaded the image and quote that I created through Canva, and I'm just adding a quick little tagline. We support your healthy vision. Now, you can also say things like, like and share if you agree, but Facebook isn't really liking that. They don't like the call to action of like this. So in this instance, I would just recommend a statement that's still in line with, your mission in optometry, but not necessarily going any farther than that. And we don't really need anything more than that. So we're going to hit turn on your pixel. And if your website doesn't have a Facebook pixel on it, you need it. If you need help, just let me know. I'm happy to help. We'll turn that on so we know who all is looking at that. That can reduce ad costs down the road if and when you choose to do paid ads. And then we're just going to hit confirm. Now, ads used to get approved pretty quickly, or campaigns like this. Lately, it's been taking a little longer. And I imagine now, especially in the holiday season, things could even be that much more time. So just hang on, don't worry about it. And once it goes past in review, you'll get a little notification that it's now live. Again, we set the end date on it, so you don't really worry about it going too long or racking up a big ad. It's going to stop after a couple of days. And let's see, today's 12/13. So once we get to that point, I'll give the next video in this series to show you what to do next. I hope this was helpful and gets you a good start to racking up some more business page likes. Thanks so much and have a wonderful afternoon.